blood rush through my veins. You know. Somewhere in the distance, the sun's coming up. Everything is blurry, the trees flashing by. My side, we're far ahead. The horizon never seems so close. The sky is red. We're not out of the woods yet, you know. Don't stop. In your eyes, I see a fire lighting up as we're getting away. There's no going back and I'm loading the chase. Where you go, I follow. When I'm giving up, never hitting the brakes. There's no going back and I'm loading the chase. In your eyes, I see a fire lighting up as we're getting away. There's no going back and I'm loading the chase. Where you go, I follow. When I'm giving up, never hitting the brakes. There's no going back and I'm loading the chase. When I'm giving up, never hitting the brakes. There's no going back and I'm loading the chase.
There we go. Hello, everybody, and welcome to another GeForce Now Thursday. It's a bit different, but as you know, we are doing things slightly different. Before we go into any episodes, we like to say this.
Thank you to channel member Eddie Player One.
So thank you to all our channel members going forward. So this week we are going to have a bit of fun. I think there's some tiny bit of news has dropped today regarding GeForce Now. I wonder what that could be. And we are also giving out a game which is day and date on GFN. This is just us giving the game away. This is not a sponsorship. This is just us doing it. And we are going to be giving the game away, which is behind Kelly there. What game is that, Kelly?
Halo.
It's Halo. We're giving away Halo. No, we're giving away Hot Wheels, and that is for channel members. We're going to be giving that away slightly later. So if you're a channel member, you have the chance to win this. If you want to become a channel member, you can subscribe today, and you will be entered into it today. So again, I just want to say thank you, everybody, for joining us today. I've got a lot of people in the chat here. Raven, Polaris, some person called Kelly. We've got Happy there. We've got Calm, and Zero Games for me as well, and Teletapus. So it's going to be a bit of fun here. So first of all, Kelly.
Yes.
How was Hot Wheels for you?
Hot Wheels was a lot of fun, so it was.
Good.
Especially when I got to take you out.
Yes.
And I beat you twice. Not just once, but twice I beat you.
No one's seen that, so it doesn't matter.
Oh, they did.
No,
And to see you build this silly little I don't know, track, and you just went across and then you flew off the track. It was your track building skills definitely stick to your day job.
Yes. Hi, Clagging and Extreme as well. Thanks for joining. Barry, what about yourself? Have you been playing anything at all over the last week or so? Have you dipped in?
Yes, I have. Yes. Obviously, I've still been playing Kana, and then this evening I've dipped into Hot Wheels and kind of got the tutorial out the way, and then got a few races under my belt. And a couple of the time challenges and that sort of stuff. Get a few Steam achievements along the way. Good. I mean, after watching you guys playing it the other night, I knew, I already knew anyway, but I watched you guys play it the other night, and I was like, absolutely, I've got to play this on day one. It looks like so much fun, and it hasn't let me down. I just can't wait to play multiplayer and create some carnage.
Yes, it is a ton of fun. Just well remember, because I'm very forgetful, we're going to be introducing, next Monday is going to be our monthly members only chat where you can come and ask us anything. So it's going to be this time. And also for channel members, we're going to give you the opportunity to come onto the show and have a bit of a yarn with us as well. And so that is going to be fun down the line. So just keep an eye out for that going forward. So shall we kick this show off here? Because I think it's going to be a bit of a fun one.
Absolutely.
Oh, that worked. See, thank you all last week for your subs and all that sort of, and your donations. I hope this is looking a lot better for everybody now. We have updated things, and oh, look at that. If I can't rearrange this.
It gives you a new toy to play with.
It gave me a new toy to play with, exactly. So we'll get banging onto this blog post from GFN today, and it is some company called Electronic Arts has just really stepped up their partnership with GFN, and they have dropped a number of games. Absolutely brilliant to see, and I'm going to put Barry on the spot here.
Go on then.
We are to go back a couple of weeks.
Yes.
Oh,
yes. Do you want that video now?
Don't worry, we'll talk about the games first while we're getting this.
That's fine.
We talked about this a couple of weeks ago, that we thought this is how it would happen, and it seems to have actually turned out this way. So GFN are starting to bring some EA games. They're not the end date releases. These are some of the older titles: in Mirror's Edge, Battlefield 1, Unravel 2, not Unraveled, which I keep on calling. I think Kelly calls it that as well.
Unraveled?
Yeah.
Yep.
Unraveled.
Isn't that what it's called?
It's just Unravel.
It's called Unraveled.
It's called Unraveled. Dragon Age, Inquisition, and Apex Legends were already on the service. This is going to be really, really cool. I'm now expecting the new Battlefield to end up on GFN.
You're not asking for much, you're not.
I'm not really asking for much at all. So because I think it just makes sense now, especially when we actually go into some of this press release here and dig deeper into it. Basically, do they have the numbers here? No, I'll bring up some of the numbers and stuff. Basically, at this moment in time, GFN have just expanded out, and they have now over 12 million members, which is just absolutely crazy. It's up another million, isn't it, since the last time they announced?
Yeah, I think is it a million? I think, yeah, it will be actually, won't it? Yeah, because we obviously had the 10 million, and then I think there was a kind of intermediary. We've gone past 11, so yeah, it has. It's gone up pretty sharply, isn't it?
Yeah, we also got some interesting facts as well. With EA joining, they gave us a fact about Apex Legends. Over 1 million people have actually played Apex Legends on GFN. That isn't just 1 million people in total on Steam. This is 1 million people that have played Apex via GFN, and that is not a number to be sniffed at all. I think should it be a little? I think there's been a big push for Apex I think they were close to that 1 million member mark playing that, and they've done a couple of wee competitions to just tip it over the edge just to get it. Again, that's just clever. It's just clever, and it's really, really good to actually see that. I've played Apex on GFN. That's actually not bad at all. Barry?
No, it runs really well actually, doesn't it? It's I say actually like I'm surprised, but I'm not. Yeah, you know, it does. It plays really well on GeForce Now, and I think it's. I think it is we said earlier it's a testament to all the work that they're doing, that things like this are happening. And people like EA are coming back. Back into the fold and kind of bringing those games, especially with, the crazy stats that you're talking about in terms of, the number of members they've got, the number of people that have played Apex, the number of played hours in a month, on GeForce Now.
What is the total playtime each month?
As it stands at the moment, it was over 20 million of kind of streamed hours in a month on GeForce Now. And
that's it is incredible sort of number. So if you work that out, I know this is really bad maths here when we say this, that's about 1.5 hours per user a month. And you would expect, and this is no disrespect to the numbers out there, you would expect a lot of time people don't even play GFN, it's just to getting the numbers out there. But that is incredible that about 1.5 hours per member each month are putting time into GFN. So I think it's just going to expand, because they've also announced during this that there's over 70 countries now can get access to GFN. So we're talking absolutely positive news there as well. They're going to be expanding out into Latin America, Brazil, and places around there, and plus Australia, which we talked about last week. Kelly, do you want to add anything into this?
Or about Apex Legends?
Yes.
I haven't played it.
You haven't played it. But you shoot people in the head.
Well, but I haven't played it.
It might be a good one for you to replace Fortnite, considering you don't like Cubed.
I was forced to play Fortnite earlier.
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
It wasn't too bad. Like, it got third. It wasn't too bad.
Yeah. I'm just trying to remember all these stats here. There was something else, wasn't there?
There's a couple of ones that stood out to me. Was that over, I think it's 80% of the people playing on GFM, their hardware, it's allowing them to be able to play the games that they are at the quality they are on GeForce Now, because the actual hardware that they're accessing it on, they wouldn't. It basically wouldn't be up to scratch to be able to run it at the at the level that it is.
Yes, that's the one I was going to go back to. It was the 80% of people do not have the hardware to actually play these games. So what are the games coming here to GFN this week? I will start scrolling down and we will go back into our normal sort of programming now. We talked about the whole EA situation earlier on today. It was about 20 minutes we went into it. I'm just excited to actually see it, seeing what's happening in the next number of weeks, just to see how many games are going to be coming. And yes, they've updated the blog post here as well, which is absolutely great to see. So Kelly, we're going to start with the first game now.
Okay.
And I know this is going to be 100% up your alley.
Is it the zombies?
We're talking about Away the Survival series. This is a game where you are a little animal and you go about exploring the place.
Explain to this how this is like up my stream, because first it's got animals in it, 2 it's got no zombies in it, and 3 do you shoot people in the head?
This idyllic place is our world.
Yes, you do all that.
Right, okay.
So for me, this was the game for me. Barry, what's your feelings in this? It's got actually a load of mixed reviews here, which is interesting.
I think the first thing that you have to say is, when kind of looking at the environments that are here, this game looks absolutely beautiful in terms of its surroundings and kind of. So I hope, what we're seeing in the trailer kind of does it justice, because it looks like a very appealing game on the eye. You almost feel. I know they're mentioning that the description, you're almost kind of making your own documentary, but if you're into your planet Earth and all these sorts of things and your animals, then this kind of adventure is right up. It's going to be right up your street. And I think there's a number of games out there actually. I think across the course of this year, I guess that spring to mind where you are specifically playing as animals. That have kind of come on to GFN. So it's obviously, there's obviously a market for it, and it's something that people enjoy.
Yes. For me, I've had my eye on this game since it was announced earlier in the month as coming to GFN. It looks just like something completely and utterly different. It's 20 odd pounds here, so I'll be about $30 mark.
It doesn't have trading cards.
It doesn't have trading cards.
Then why set up your alley there when it doesn't have trading cards?
You shut up. Stop giving me.
Doesn't have the wee music thing for Barry.
Well, no, there is no soundtrack either. So that really feels like for Barry.
She's been on the show for 3 weeks, 4 weeks, and she's like, "Why is it a game for you? There's no trading cards, and has it got a soundtrack?"
Yes, she's definitely putting us under the flipping spotlight here, isn't she?
Just a bit.
It doesn't seem overly. People don't seem to be spending a lot of time on it, but it's only been out for a little bit. So.
Yeah, it's only been out for 2 days.
2 days. So just looking at this, I think this is a wait for a sale and maybe wait for a deep sale. Even though for me it looks really, really cool. Maybe there's just nothing really about it. It looks cool, but there's not actually too much to actually do in it. Disappointed.
You go around killing all the other wee bugs.
Do I get to kill you? You're a bug?
I'm not a bug.
Yes, you are. You bug me all the time.
Really? That might be the other way round. Right, next game.
Kelly be pushing the buttons next week.
Yes.
Or just cover
Cam, keep me on track.
Just keeping us on track. It's doing this weird thing again, where it's not showing the video. It's not showing the first video.
Because you're pressing buttons.
That's very weird.
Yeah.
I'll just cover off Cloudbuster's question real quickly. So you can, it's either $3.99 a month in the UK, which is, I guess, what's probably about $6.
Yeah.
$7 around there.
Maybe $5.
Yeah, maybe actually.
Maybe $5 a month or about $25 for the year. If I was going to do it, I would probably get it for the year. I paid for that today for £20. If a new Battlefield was coming, I would subscribe. That's the new Battlefield I'm talking about. I would subscribe at the EA Play Pro. Because that's going to be £85, but that gives you, it's basically like Ubisoft Plus, but for EA games, where you get the super duper editions of all the games and all that sort of stuff. I'm going to bring that as a question down at the end. Or should we answer? Actually, we'll go for it now since we're talking about it. Do we think there's going to be more games going onto the Origin store now since they're doing a big push to Origin? If they get, say, Battlefields, would it be good to see like Biomutant drop onto the Origin store through GFN because that's part of EA Play Pro? Do you think this could happen?
I think with the way they've I think behind the scenes, originally we were talking about the fact that with the EA games coming, they were originally going to be Steam, but the team were working hard to get the Origin versions, and lo and behold, today it kind of feels like as soon as they pushed that button, the Origin versions were there, bang, it's kind of just appeared. So I wouldn't rule it out, for sure. It's something I could definitely see happening further down the road.
Kelly, what about you? But
just a more way of getting more games. They probably will.
I really hope they do, because I think that could really.
You're going to subscribe to it anyway, so like, come on.
I'm going to go on record here. Here we go. Time to scare people here.
Right, hold on now, Barry. Have you got your clip ready?
I'll get We'll get the clip. Well, we'll have to put that clip on at some stage as well. If Battlefield 20, whatever it is, whatever the name of the new Battlefield comes, I will be buying it. I won't be buying it. I will be subscribing to EA Play Pro for the year, because it's going to be about the same price as the big edition.
And when's it out?
It is out in November.
What date?
22nd, I think.
We're still away. Sorry.
I think.
Yes, but if that happens, I will subscribe to EA Play Pro for the year, because I think I wish Ubisoft did that, where you could play for the whole year in advance with a big sort of discount, because I would be doing that. So sorry, I digress somewhat here. So Barry, I know you've tried to play this game. What do we think of Nameless Gate?
It's good fun. I think there's, the concept is, I guess, it's a bit of a game changer. If I'm honest, it's so that the premise of it, of course, it's turn-based. You've got time loops, and each turn lasts for 25 seconds. So you kind of get 25 seconds to kind of take your turn and do what you need to do, and then obviously it goes over to to your opponent, and then you kind of try and learn from the loop and kind of cancel out those actions. There's different options that you've got in there when you are playing. You can kind of put it when it's traditional turn based. You can put it so that both parties take their turn at the same time, and then kind of you send a different character in each time. And I have to say, this is one that I've had my eye on for a while, and so far, apart from the matchmaking, the game itself, I don't think is certainly going to disappoint. If they can just sort that matchmaking out, I think this could be a lot of fun for a lot of people to pick up. And at the price bracket that it is, I think it's £12, so maybe $15-16. Oh, it's gone up slightly. It's £15.
Yeah, so maybe it's about $20 mark.
Yeah, $20 mark. But it is it's a unique take, on kind of what we're accustomed to in the sense of PvP, and I think it works. There's something about it, and I don't think it's going to be. I guess that format, I don't think it's going to disappoint, and I think you might even kind of see other people maybe try and do something similar with it.
Cloudbusters, just to answer your question, or no, it doesn't transfer. You can't transfer between subscriptions. Barry, I'm just going to ask you this, since you've played it. Do you think this game do you think there's a chance this game will go free to play down the line?
I think there's definitely a possibility. I think when it launches, at the price that it does, I think it's probably going to have a small window where it is, and then you'll hit a particular cut-off point where you will then see it trigger into to free to play.
Callie, what do you think about this game? You get to shoot people in the head.
Well, as long as you get to shoot people in the head, this game looks great. I like having characters at the start. They look really, really good.
So would you be interested in this one?
Yeah, I will give this one a wee go, but not yet. I'll put it on the wish list.
Whoa, we've got a wish list. Live wish list. I'm liking the look of this. I may try it somewhere else to start off with before I would make the big commitment there. But yeah, this looks pretty decent, and maybe well worth giving it a bit of a try there. So, but I'm not going to put it on the wish list. It's getting very positive reviews. See, the noise I've been hearing about out of Nameless Gate was the multiplayer was having a load of issues, so hopefully they have got them fixed now. Yeah, so people are starting to put a bit of time into this one. So if you're looking at another FPS arena shooter, maybe put this on your wish list.
Yeah, I'd definitely say add it to the wish list, or if or even if it is something that interests you, I think it's definitely worth picking up. I've had fun with it.
Oh, we have got a new game in the. These are all day and date releases. Again, GFN are not going to from the park with the day and date releases. You're bringing them all the time. I have to say, just looking at this from the outset, this is intriguing me. What the flip was that?
I don't want to get eaten.
I know this is really. Do you know what it reminds me of? Reminds me a bit of like No Man's Sky, just the way the creatures and stuff are.
Yeah, it does. It looks that kind of style, doesn't it?
It's a puzzle game. That's just. This is a add to the wish list for me. There we go. This game is just really, really intriguing. Barry.
It does look interesting. I think for me, I'd probably add it to my wish list and then maybe wait for a sale. Maybe kind of at the back end of the year, potentially, or even I guess it's one of those games, isn't it? It's dangerously close to that territory of maybe being a free Epic game at some point as well.
Yeah, Kelly, what's your take on this wee game?
As much as it looks intriguing, it's definitely not a game for me. There's too many bugs from people eating you. The empty thing was just scary. Why would anybody want to do that? No.
Oh, looks like my browser's acting up slightly again, so I don't know what is going on.
Blame the browser.
I will blame the. Okay, I'll blame you. I'm just going to blame you. Is that better?
No.
Yes.
The person in control of the computer.
So that you're blaming me. You're blaming me.
User error.
What?
No, what? Sorry. I mean.
Okay, we can talk about this game. For a fair part, we're going to get Kelly kicked off about this game.
Why are you going to get me to kick off about? Right, so you want me yet again to tell people how I beat you, right? Twice. You made this stupid little like track that like really nobody on the planet could ever get round. Because you kept falling off that. That was so funny. You falling off that track, and you built it, so you did.
Yeah, Kelly, I'm just going to ask you some things about the game here. What did you like about the game?
You got to crash into people, and you literally got to sit like on top of the cars and all.
Did you like the tracks and the different
The
cars?
tracks was actually really, really cool, and the wee cars, picking your wee different cars, and they're just literally Hot Wheel cars. They're so cool.
And you like the customization of them as well?
Yep, and you get to make them pink.
And here's the question for you. What didn't you like about the game?
The fact that I was able to get first place in practically all the races, bar the ones that was on stream.
No, what didn't you like about the?
As it says, the fact that it was get first place because like it was too easy to get. Oh, and them time trials. I hated them time trials.
Yes. What happens if you couldn't do the time trials?
You can't progress any further, so that's why you did the time trials for me, because I just couldn't get them time trials.
Yes, that's what I was actually wanting you to.
Well, I thought you meant like the fact that I could get into first place and like go round and not have nobody to like hang into.
Yes. That's the thing about the game. You can get so far into it. If you don't like the time trials and you're struggling, you're going to have your progress slightly halted, extremely halted. Oh, is that music coming on? Something shocking there?
Yep.
There we go. We do want the music on because we're a bit worried about Hot Wheels music. The time trials, I didn't find them, and this isn't making fun of anybody, Kelly. I'm not making fun of you here. I didn't find them.
I was like a 42 or 40 something, just like a wee bit, and just could not get it.
I didn't find them extremely difficult to get past, but they were on the tricky sort of side of it. So everybody's experience will vary on that. It is just something to keep an eye on. I hope they do a patch to maybe remove them, and if you've unlocked all the other ones, you can skip the time trials, or maybe increase the lowest time trial by a second or two, a couple of seconds, and you would have been playing, Kelly.
Yep, I would have been grand.
So there might be room for a bit of tweaking there, especially if it's probably being a game for all ages. Us oldies going back into our childhood and some young kids going into this. I think if they could maybe adjust some of the timings, it would open this up a lot more. Barry, you just jumped into this before we started here.
Yeah, I think as I was saying at the top of the show, jumped in. I've had fun with it. It felt like good fun, and it's funny you kind of mentioned maybe not the getting old part, but the kind of that big kid in us, and you kind of do like I did kind of feel that when I was sat playing it, because you kind of like I'm sat playing a Hot Wheels game, like it does kind of take you back to to your youth, and it's great fun. So I'm looking forward to to getting through some more of it. I think I've only done. I think I've done one time trial so far, one of the time challenges, and I definitely I can see what you're talking about, because I think there was, even though it's relatively early on, maybe it was car choice, but I kind of felt like I had to do a couple of laps just to sort of get it nailed in my head as to where I was maybe losing the time or where the time was to pick up, just to kind of get under that goal. Because I was looking at the unleashed goal and then looking at the normal goal, and there's like 7 seconds of a difference, which is quite steep. And then when you kind of fall somewhere in the middle, you think to yourself, yeah, there's a bit of work to do, but great fun. And I'm looking forward to spending more time with it.
Yeah, I think you're right with the car choices. For people who haven't really played this, you can to get the new cards, you unlock loot boxes. You don't have to pay for the loot boxes, or you can unlock them through normal play by getting gold stars and things like that. I'm comfortable with their model at this moment in time, as long as they don't rip the backside out from it. They are bringing a load of DLC out as well, with all the different sort of cars from different universes and all this sort of stuff. The kits in it, for flip's sake, from Knight Rider, they're bringing DC and things like that. Again, it is a real fun game and well worth checking out, and it could be a bit of a hit. I will say this as delicately as I can. If you look in some places, you may be able to pick up the game for a lot cheaper than it says here. I'm not going to point you in the direction, but you can pick it up for a lot cheaper, and I think it is worth picking up. And this is where is that? I've lost it. See, there are some of the expansions and things which are coming: Masters of the Universe, Turtles, Superman, Street Fighter, Batman, Barbie, McLaren.
Oh, they've only mentioned one of them so far. See, in my head, when you were talking about these things, I was thinking to myself, what do I need? And then I was thinking,
DeLorean?
I need, the DeLorean was on the list. I need a Batmobile. I need kit. I need an A-Team van.
Yeah. Yeah, continue there.
No, I was just going to say, that would be my go-to four, if I'm honest. They would be the four that I'm like, I need that. But then you mentioned the Turtles van, and we'll throw that in the list as well.
What would you, Kelly?
The DeLorean. I would want a Fast and the Furious car, and I would want one of the Overwatch cars. I have Overwatch Hot Wheel cars down the stairs, and a Barbie car.
You want a Barbie car because you're a Barbie girl?
Yep.
In your Barbie world?
Yep.
Oh, dear.
Since Fet's
that was fantastic.
That's because it's made of plastic.
You know what's sad? The two of you uses no lyrics.
Since Fet's in the chat here, I'm not sure how many people know this, Do you know what I'm going to be talking about, Barry?
I do know exactly what you're going to be talking about, and I almost asked you if we're talking about it.
We are going to talk about it. Fet Cloud Gaming, if he gets the money up, he is going to get a GeForce Now tattoo. So if you go over to Fet's channel there, or just speak to Fet in the chat here, he'll give you the details if you want to contribute to him getting a GFN tattoo. Bonkers!
We have seen more bunkers. Like, come on.
Yes.
For a pint of beer, come on. Now, you know
Yeah.
that's happened.
Yes. But it is still bonkers. So if you want to help Fet out to get this GFN tattoo, just go over this.
Right? Is that the
What was that?
tattoo that he's getting
I
GFM
think that's
right?
the tattoo that he's.
GFM for life.
Yeah.
So there you go. If you want to contribute, I think you take it anything at all. I think if you can chuck in $1 or £1, it's more than welcome. So it may be worth going over there and doing that. I think that's bonkers, but brilliant. Everybody's got their own choices, so I think it was definitely worth mentioning that there. But back to the games, and I can thoroughly recommend this game, and it's got Steam trading cards.
Duncan's happy.
No, there's a reason. There's a reason I'm saying that.
Why? Why is that? Because
Yeah.
I said to you, did that other game have trading cards?
No, it's not that, because what did you say to me?
I don't know.
You said to me that I'm not going to buy any games or play any games which have Steam trading cards.
I did not buy the game.
Yes, you did.
I was kind of gifted the game by Hot Wheels, so I didn't actually buy the game.
So, this is how she's trying to get out from it. You said you wouldn't play any games with trading cards.
Did I know there was trading cards in it? No.
But there we go.
I didn't buy the game. I was kindly gifted them.
And they beat me on stream.
Twice.
And you can actually, as we said on our wee stream there, you can actually play that in co-op. So it is really, really cool. We'll move on to the next game, which is Industrial, or something along them lines. Oh, I was actually expecting for that title.
You,
I
you
was
were
ex-
thinking like a builder or something.
Yes, were you?
Yeah.
I was not expecting this game at all.
I like that gun.
Yeah.
That was just like boom, boom, boom.
I had in my head it was going to be like a city builder. This is a bit mad, and I'm telling you now, just because it's absolutely wacky and not as I was expecting, that's straight onto the wish list. So it's a first-person shooter that takes you from East Berlin in a parallel. Oh, this is just sounding really cool. Parallel reality shortly before the end of the Cold War. On the search for a missing work colleague, you decipher a dark past in a mysterious parallel dimension. I think this sounds absolutely cool.
It does, and it's not at a bad price point either. I'm surprised by the price.
I'm surprised about the price. It's got achievements, but no trading cards. I'm just really, really surprised about this game. Kelly, what's your take on this one?
I actually like the look of this game. That they're just started it, so it's just like amazing. So yes, this is a game that I would like.
What is this place?
This one has completely took me off guard here today. What is going on in this?
It is worth noting that it's something we've spoken about in the past. Further down the Steam page, it talks about the story, and it does say it's a classic story-driven first-person shooter with around about 4 hours worth of gameplay. So it's
Cloudbusters wants to know how much it is.
Okay, sorry. This game, so it's 4 hours long. It is £17, so I'm going to say about $20 or just slightly over $20.
Yeah.
This has really taken me back. This happens all the time when we're talking GFN. There's always a game where you just go, wow, I wasn't expecting that.
Absolutely, and that is one of the reasons why we kind of leave these, for the Thursday. We tend not to look too much at the games that are coming, do we? We just kind of get on with it, and we know the ones that we know, and then the others we don't. We kind of just let it take us wherever they lead, really.
This just looks amazing to me. Very unique. We've got a couple. Amazing game. Not gonna lie, if you've got $20 laying around and you need a short game for a cozy afternoon, I would say go for it. But keep in mind, you won't get everyone since the day. It's only 6 people made this game. This
can't be knocking it.
I am really liking the look of this. I think this is our hidden gem of the week.
Possibly so.
The next one.
Probably. Hidden gem of the week is Industria, and that's definitely on my wish list. I'm really quite impressed with that.
Yep, absolutely, and I don't mind the fact that it's 4 hours.
No.
Because it is one of them that you can. Obviously, that review there was saying you can kind of sit down on a cozy afternoon and go for it, and then that's it. You're kind of done and dusted. But I've got no issues with that at all.
Yeah, it's really. I really won't play that game. We'll move on to the next one. This is The Last Friend. And this, again, yeah. You know what it's like? Is this going to be another one where we're just going to go, what is all this about here? This is a strategy indie action beat them up. It's £12, so $15, Mark. Let's see, Full Controller support Steam achievements there. So, what's this game about?
It looks like you go around whacking people.
So you like the sound of that to start off with?
But you
With
go around
dogs?
No, it's got dogs in it.
It's
Come
got
on.
dogs. That's what.
No, but there's only one dog you have,
It's just,
and that's
it's a-
Donkey.
Don't talk about Donkey. This definitely. That looks a bit like a tower defense game there as well. Seems a complete mixed match of all the games.
It does seem like a bit of a mashup, doesn't it? It's I'm not necessarily sure. I'm not sold by the trailer, if I'm honest. I'm not sure that it's one for me. It's probably one to maybe wait for a sale on, from my perspective, I'd say.
That's the same for me. This would be. So I think I'm going to wish list this. And I just thought of something I'm going to say after. I'm going to wish list this, and I will wait for a big sale for that one. But it's got me intrigued. Kelly?
No,
No. That's all you're going to say is no.
that's the only thing I'm going to say is no.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Okay then. Okay, we'll move on.
You're gonna have to resurrect Donkey for season 4, Kelly.
We really have to. But he's like sleeping at the minute.
Okay, I'm just putting a random date of birth in here. And this is Rogue Lords. This is an RPG, dark fantasy roguelike 2D gothic. Was this the card game? No. What?
It looks like a card game.
It looks like a Duncan game.
Yeah.
It does look like a Duncan game. Oh! I thought I seen a soundtrack there. What's the supporters pack include? Oh, it's got a soundtrack. Oh dear.
hate it when they do that because it always piques my interest with the soundtrack because that normally means the sound is good.
And I've just I just wrecked my Steam account there.
It's
Seen that?
oh dear, you've broken it.
I've broken it.
And it's from it's published by Nikon as well.
Yes. So I might have to get you to do this now because I've broke it.
You really broke it, did you?
I broke it because oh, there we go. I'm back into it. Give me a second. It was because I was too...
You said a second.
And what I'll do is I won't share the audio this time because I think it was a bit off-putting. So here we go. This is the game. Yeah, it does look really intriguing.
It really looks like a dunking game.
Because you have to think.
It's a dunking game.
Yeah, I'm going to wishlist that. Is anybody else interested in that one, or is it just me?
I think it's just you on that one. I'm out.
Roguelike turn-based strategy game. Yeah, that is just one for me, isn't it? We'll move on to another game which everybody was going to think it's a game for me, but
Of course, it's a game for you.
every game's the game for me, isn't it?
No. Halo is not your game.
This is Europa.
Is
He
he
died.
frozen?
He died, look.
What has happened to him?
He died.
Is he back? Are you back
I'm-
with us? Have you
I'm back.
unfrozen?
We can see you moving your eyes like.
I don't know what happens. I've got an idea how to fix it, so I will get that fixed. But
You
this
don't know
is a
what
game-
happened, but you know how to fix it.
Yes, I know
No,
what it
he
is.
does know what happened. He's just blaming everything else but himself.
Yes, I forgot to bring the internet down the stairs. So
You're not bringing the internet down the stairs
No,
to my room?
no. What I mean is the booster. I forgot to bring the booster down the stairs.
I'm turning the internet off.
Okay then.
Right,
Well,
we're supposed to be talking about this game.
This game here, it's a game I want to play. It's a really, really deep strategy game, and you really have to sink the hours into it. And I'll be back in just one wee second. Barry, take over.
What is he like? Yeah, we were actually
He's
talking about.
surprised.
I know, yeah, we were talking about this at the end of last week's show, actually, because it's another one of those ones that Duncan kind of predicted and said, I wouldn't mind betting that we see this on the list of kind of being added to the GFN library this week. And lo and behold, it has been added. So he was right again. We have to give you your props for getting it right, don't we?
No, we don't. And we still have to play. And we still have to play that clip at the end where both of us were talking about stuff.
Yes, I do have it. I haven't clipped it, but I've got the YouTube bit ready to go, so I can easily share my screen.
That's good. Kelly, what about you for this game? It is free, so you can pick
Is
it
it
up.
free?
It is free.
Right,
Uh,
but like it's a game that you would play, and
Mhm.
it's a game that I would sit and watch you play, and then it's a game I would fall asleep to.
Yes, it would be. This is a real deep.
And
deep-
that's not like me saying that the game's bad. It's just I have a habit of every time you play games like this, falling asleep.
and snoring.
No, just falling asleep.
I'm
Okay.
looking for a reaction. I actually didn't get a reaction. I'm actually disappointed. I'm really disappointed. Oh, look at the smirk on her face there. Hey, come on.
Right, next game.
No, we're not on the next game yet. We're looking at what game is coming in next week, and it is a game we will make the prediction as well. I think this will be hitting GFN next week because it is
Oh
on
jeez.
Steam as well.
Oh jeez.
So what do you think, Callie? Do you think this game is going to come?
This is going to be a game that you'll just like be like a big child. Like I want to play. I want to play. I can just see it now.
What do you think is going to come to GFN next week?
No, the week after.
Barry?
100%. The Steam version's already in the library, so it makes sense for the Epic version to be added.
Yeah. Remember, next week we should be getting the monthly games as well. So next week's show is going to be flipping massive.
I can't even think about it. I'm just thinking the last update of September is the EA news coming back. My mind is just like, what do we open the month with next week?
How many EA games are going to open the month with? I think we're going to get one or two. I don't think we're going to get a load. I think they're just going to. I think it's going to be drip fed in. Yeah. My big wish for next week is the Battlefield beta. I would, if that drops, I would be absolutely buzzing about that. But we will move on. Speaking of Battlefield, we will move on to Battlefield, and there we go. I have subscribed to EA Play. Again, that was £20 for the year, or it's £4 a month. So $5 a month, $25 for the year. I'm going to tell you now, I have played the Xbox version of this on xCloud. I've literally only played this for about 10 minutes. It knocks the pants off the xCloud version. It is even better. It is looking really, really great on GFN. I needed to make a wee change to put it into full screen. Just bear that in mind when you're doing it. You know what sometimes GFN's like, where you have to actually do a couple of wee changes here and there.
Yeah.
And we said about the Ubisoft Plus or Ubisoft Connect. You have to sign into Origin, even if you've got the Steam version, and it does get a wee tad annoying. So I'm hoping they're going to get that ironed out as time goes on.
Yeah, fingers crossed. I think because you had your 2FA on, didn't you? So it was just kind of taking a little bit longer than maybe you would have liked, just to kind of then to get in. But I mean, it's fantastic. That's really pleasing to hear, because I haven't had an opportunity to jump in and play this on GFN yet. So the fact that you've jumped in and you've said, you've already given me a direct comparison straight into my mind, because I know how this plays on xCloud. And I guess my expectation would be that it should outperform the xCloud version. So the fact that it does and it's performing really well is great, because the Battlefield games are brilliant. If you want a bit of kind of multiplayer action and you want to be stuck kind of in what feels like almost hour-long battles, kind of fighting to the death, then absolutely this is the game to jump in. It's brilliant fun.
Kelly.
Battlefield is one of them games I've never ever really got into. I have tried Battlefield, but I've never really been able to get into it. I don't know why. Because you go around shooting things, but I don't know. It's just one of them games I can't get into.
Yeah, I'm just highlighting the price here. It is £35, so that would be probably about $45, maybe even $50 for this. £20, $25 for the year. Get you all these games we're going to be talking about now with EA for the year, so it could be worth doing that. There's trading cards, full controller support as well. So I would recommend doing the monthly option or just paying it for the year. So it's pretty good here. People absolutely love Battlefield, and Battlefield, when you talk about the year these sort of shooters, it's Battlefield and Call of Duty, and now GFN have got one of them, and it is absolutely great to see. I've forgotten anything more to talk about Battlefield here, except we want to all get the trading cards for it. Good job, Kelly. Good job. Come on, Kelly.
She's not buying it. She's not buying it. She's not having it. An ounce of it.
I talked. Oh, it's not. I was one ahead here. Also coming via EA is Dragon Age Inquisition. Bad news is, Kelly, I'm playing this later
Where are you playing it?
on the TV.
That's good. That wee TV behind you. I'm so glad.
Shut up. This is a big, massive RPG. I love the Dragon Age games. I actually didn't play Dragon Age Inquisition. I don't know why. I never got around to it. I've downloaded it a couple of times. I never actually played it. I am going to give this a whirl just to see what it's like. I'm actually looking forward to seeing this and playing this. And yes, I'm really excited. Sorry, Barry.
It's a franchise I haven't played, so I don't necessarily have kind of input from an experience perspective. But certainly, looking at the way that trailer was running, it certainly looks like something that I think I'd be more inclined to play now versus, maybe in the past. So certainly, with the EA Play option, it's one to kind of pick up and kind of see if you enjoy it and see if it's your kind of, see whether it's your bag.
Yeah, Kelly, what about you?
I will make my decision about it once I watch you play it.
Yeah, no worries. Again, this has got controller support. If you look at the price of the game, it's £31. Again, what we were saying about it's cheaper to buy EA Play for the year, and you'll get this and Battlefield and Unravel 2 and what's the other game? Which just went
Mirror's Edge.
Mirror's Edge. Again, this game is absolutely class. And look, how many Steam achievements does it have? What? And, I really want. This has got me really excited here. I really want the rest of these Dragon Ages to come, so I can replay them. I'm going to be controversial. It wouldn't be me without being controversial. I love Dragon Age Origins. I actually preferred Dragon Age 2, even though it got absolutely slated by the critics, and people were complaining about it was using the same backgrounds over and over again. I prefer Dragon Age 2. I prefer the story and stuff in it. So, yeah, do we think they're going to come? I'm just getting really excited here. Just thinking about all these other games which could come.
And I think that is the interesting thing, isn't it? You kind of what's going to drop at what point? How we're seeing this kind of slow trickle. Kind of where do they go with it next? What happens? And kind of how fast do they turn that tap on for kind of some of those EA games to kind of filter into the library for you to kind of jump at. But it is one of those things, when you think about those EA games, you do think to yourself, oh my god, can you imagine if that happened? Can you imagine it? So the excitement builds for it. So it's definitely interesting to watch and kind of see what they do. But they've announced this partnership in it, in a big way. And I think it's just the start. So kind of hold on to your hat and see what they drop.
Yeah, with EA coming here, there is just going to be so many games they could come with. Where we sort of touched on it earlier on with the game I would love to come is Command and Conquer, the remastered edition. So many people would be able to get into that and just experience what I was really into when I was growing up. The Command and Conquer series is just absolutely brilliant. So it is. And the back catalogue that EA have is just phenomenal at times. It's just, there's just so much stuff going on there with them. There's so many games. Then you've got like Plants vs. Zombies. Actually, what we'll do here is just to highlight what games could be coming now. If we go into EA Play, we'll ask Kelly what ones would she want here. So here is EA Play. Look at that. Would you want that now?
Who, me?
Yes.
I would love for F1 to return to the cloud. Obviously 2021 is out, but I'd absolutely love it to go to the cloud. Oh, Dead Space.
Yeah, this is why I'm bringing this up here, just to show what could happen here. So we've got there's
Star Wars.
You've got Star Wars. You've got Squadrons. Heads up, people! If you've got a PC and you've got Amazon Prime, that is free with Gaming with Prime this month. Could you imagine any of them games coming in? You've got the adventure games here. We've got Mirror's Edge, Catalyst, and you've got the original one, A Way Out. And look at all these racing games which could
Dirt
come
5. I mean, Dirt 5's pretty much everywhere in the cloud, so I'd really hope that is hot on the heels of dropping. Need for Speed franchise.
Formula 1 2021. Oh.
It would be mad.
Oh, Titanfall 2 would be amazing to have on it. I would love to replay that. And that's nice. It's a nice short game as well. It's nothing too taxing. This is the sort of stuff we can actually...
Sims?
The Sims. And all the sports games, obviously, like FIFA and Madden. And I think that's a start to come now.
I still say you and Barry need to do a FIFA like stream.
No, we're not doing FIFA.
Or a PES stream.
We can't do PES either now because that's a lot of pants.
Would you stop trying to get out of this just because Barry's going to beat you?
Yes.
This is why you don't want to do it.
Of course. Oh, one of my favorite franchises, Overlord. Absolutely amazing fun. And it's not going to come back, but Overlord is well worth playing. And then you've got Unraveled, so you would think I'm the original Unraveled. Then you've got Plants vs. Zombies, Peggle. So much there which could come. And I think it's only scratching the surface.
Yep, absolutely.
Sorry, there we went a bit different there. And the reason why we can actually get excited for this, because they don't actually have to do a big massive porting process. They've made that clear in the press email we got as well. It's just bring the games across and these can come without having to worry about the big ports, because GFN do most of the heavy lifting for them. So we will move on to Mirror's Edge Catalyst. Kelly, is this a game for you?
Hold on 2 seconds.
Kelly?
No.
Why not?
Well, 1, it doesn't look like a game for me, and 2, definitely not a game for me.
See what we have to put up with here?
You can't get a more definitive no than that.
Yes.
It wasn't just no, it was like point 1, no, point 2, definitely no.
Barry, what about you?
I've not played Catalyst. I've obviously played the earlier installment, and Mirror's Edge is, we were talking about this earlier actually. It's a great test for the cloud. I kind of, in some respects, similar maybe to Ghost Runner in the terms of kind of the responsiveness that you want, and kind of really putting it through the cloud through its paces. So I'd be really excited to try this because, as I say, this particular installment I've not played, so it should be good fun.
I might actually give this a bit of a go as well. Even what I said earlier, the original Mirror's Edge actually made me feel sick when I was playing it, so I will maybe try and give this a bit of a whirl just to see if it's made any difference, because I really want to get into stuff like this, just to mix up games, because I want to play on a variety of games. So we will, let me see, we will close this down. We've got your trading cards, you've got your achievements. Look at that, £16. $20.
You know, that it's easy to see how that, you know, even if you utilize it for, you know, for 12 months, that £20 is just worth it, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. So move on to the next game. We thought this would be a slightly longer one tonight.
Yes, we did.
It is Unravel 2, and we'll get Kelly to talk about this because she has played some of this.
Played a wee bit. Are
You
you
played a-
sure you want like to put my mic on?
Yes, your mic
Keep
is on.
muting me.
Yes, do you know why I'm muting you? Are you ready? This
Right,
is all-
go. It's my gaming keyboard. Are you complaining about my gaming keyboard? Like this wee game, right? It's really, really cool because you have to help them. Both of them have to help each other get, as you can see, to the other sides and make their way through the wee. I don't know. Is it like a garden?
You're the one who was playing it, not me.
I don't know whether it was a garden or if it was a jungle. No, because like it goes on the other stuff. But it was like a really, really cool game. It's just like Unravel 1, but with an extra person.
So you enjoy it?
It was a really, really good game. Especially when you play it with multiplayer.
Cool. Barry.
I can see this being a game that I would play as co-op, and I can just see the I don't know, I can almost see the frustrating points in it now. I can see the arguments that it would cause, but you know, these types of games are absolutely brilliant. That, you know, they've got a lot of fun in them. You just kind of take them for what they are and enjoy, and it's definitely something I'd play for sure.
Good. I think I would give this a plus and might play it with someone.
No, we can't play these games together because like you have them through the controllers.
Yes, let's look at the face here. Who huffs through the controllers?
You have them through the controllers.
I
And then you
huff.
shout at me. And then you shout and tell me off.
For
That's
sure,
why we're not allowed to play Overcooked because you're shouting at me.
I don't shout.
Yes, you do, because you tell me I'm not doing it right.
You can just see it now, can't you? It's one of those classic scenarios, isn't it? Would you stop shouting at me? I'm
Here's-
not shouting. Yes, you are. No, I'm not. Yes, you are. Just jump.
Should we hold fire on our take 2? Because it looks like it could end up coming to GFN now.
Take 2? Sure, we already have Take 2.
I just said it looks like it could come to GFN now.
But why would you? No, because like I've had that for how long?
Mm-hmm.
And you haven't even played it with me. I need to find a new person to play with.
She's just doing that to wind me up. Look at the face. Oh dear.
I know
Oh.
who will play with me, Harry. Harry will
Yeah.
play with me.
Oh dear. So we'll go back into this. £16. It has got the full controller support. It has got the achievies. And every 27 hours, 9 hours, by 10, between 5 and 10 hours to complete it. Looks like
Did you say someone just played that for 27 hours?
someone played it for 27 hours.
How's it 10 hours to complete if he's been playing for 27 hours?
He might have repeated it, played it a couple of times, but the average seems to be between 5 and 10.
Sorry, just making sure that you got that 27 hours right.
Oh dear.
Moving on, we have a Rustler. This, there's a demo of it. This came out earlier this year. Become a medieval. This has got something. This looks like something maybe for Kelly. Become a medieval thug.
Medieval.
Yes, medieval thug. So you can go around. It's GTA.
Are you
but
trying to say I am a thug?
yes, it looks like it's GTA, but set in the medieval times.
Does it have a gun?
No,
No.
it does
Oh,
not
but
have
it's got wee horses. But no.
Barry?
I don't even know what to say. I really does it have a gun? No. Oh, it's got wee horses. We're good. We're back on track. It's like opposite ends of the spectrum. I mean, I'm not sure it's one for me, but yeah, there's certainly something different about it, isn't there?
I'm wishlisting this. The reason I'm wishlisting this is because I would probably want this if it goes crazy, though. We're talking maybe 75 to 90% off. We're talking a big, massive discount here. It is getting really positive reviews, which is something there. And it's got a soundtrack.
I'm listening.
Trading cards?
No trading cards. No trading
Then
cards.
why do you want it?
I don't buy a game just because it's got trading cards. Trading cards is like the cherry on top.
Okay. Does it have cream?
Oh my god.
That's like an image you draw.
I've just realised what that image was. I'm going to show you how innocent I was, or semi-innocent I was thinking, Mary. I thought that was going to be a trap or something. That they were going over the circle and then it was going to pull. No, it's something else. Oh my goodness.
Oh dear.
Oh dear, oh dear. We better get out from this one before other things happen. Moving on to the last game, and we have Tom Clancy's Splinter Cell on the Ubisoft store. Just adding it to another store, absolutely class. I know the people want Splinter Cell, the new one. I don't think there's much really to say. Let's see, how much is it? It is $7.50. Same thing for Ubisoft. If you're going to play a couple of Ubisoft games, it'd probably be better getting the subscription for a month or two rather than buying the game. But options are always good. Okay, Barry, shall we put up our amazing predictions to show that we actually get things right once every so often?
Just hold on a wee minute then. Let me. It's my turn to push some buttons now.
Well, this is going to be your last chance to enter the competition. It's not enter the become a member before we run the comp.
I need to remember to share the audio, don't I?
Yes. To win a copy of Hot Wheels, you need to be a member. It doesn't matter what level of membership you're at. It can be the lowest or the super duper, whatever we called it, one. It's open to everybody to win. Yeah, Killer Travelers, I was actually going to mention that at the end, but since you brought it up, we'll talk about it now. Next week, we do know we're going to get it is next week, isn't it? Far Cry 6 is out next week. So there is a big AAA game coming to GFN next week. So absolutely class, and it should be a lot of fun there. Ubisoft plus that.
Yeah, definitely. It's on the subject of Ubisoft Plus. Actually, I had an email today confirming that because my subscription's active, I'm now an Ubisoft Plus founder because of the cloud beta has now kind of finished. So obviously, those that may be members or of Ubisoft Plus, if you've kind of opted into anything like that, they are now sort of saying that, similar to to kind of what GFN have done with their founders or priority, the founders, I should say, is that as long as the sub doesn't lapse, you will still maintain the original Ubisoft Plus pricing. But obviously, if it lapses, then it's onto the new pricing, which is obviously a couple of pounds more expensive.
So, yeah, that is if it's for GFN's not affected by this. It is only Luna and Stadia. So just keep an eye out for that going forward. Barry, do you want to do this wee without? Oh, you just wanted to kick us out there.
No, not at all.
No, not at all.
Okay.
Oh, I ain't going to cover. I hate hearing my voice, so I'm just going to take my headphones off until I've stopped talking.
Oh, great. That's it. Hang on 2 seconds. Might want to unmute that.
No. Cover me ears. Ears getting covered. Ears to come. And next week
I
we've
hate
got
my
all the big
voice.
publishers on GFN. I think it's going to be a slow bake, a very slow bake, and we might just see people stick an extra game or two here. We might see another EA game or something along them lines.
I think so. And, you know.
That's unfair. You stopped it when you started talking.
Well, like, it was the important bit that you wanted to emphasise, that, you know, we don't talk nonsense.
Yes. Again, I didn't expect like a big stack of games coming. This is actually probably more games than I thought was going to come. I thought we were just going to see a wee drip and we dripping these games in, and it didn't have. Sorry, we are getting the drips in our 4 games, and a complete mix of games there as well. So absolutely great to see. So what else was I going to talk about? I don't know. I just talk nonsense, don't you, Kelly?
All the time.
All the time. Okay, and just double checking. Did we get any other channel members there before?
You got one today.
Pri Gaming Extreme. Yeah.
Yep.
I've got them on the wee list here. So, shall we kick this off then?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Okay.
We'll have to figure out who this no one is.
Yes.
Oh. It's like Wheel of Fortune.
It's like Wheel of Fortune indeed. So we have got all the channel members there. And what I will do here is I will start shuffling these all over the show. So as you can see, I do not know how this is going to go. Shall we? Tell me when to hit the spin it. Don't all speak at once. Kelly, tell me when to hit it.
No.
Spin that wheel.
So here we go. Oh no, not him!
Ah.
Well done to Hell Monkey.
Duncan's got his head in his hands. He's beside himself at that winner.
Yes. Yes.
Well, sometimes they have to win at least once.
I'm just sending him a message now to congratulate him. Congratulations to the biggest Rangers fan in the world in Hell Monkey, and I hope he enjoys his copy of Hot Wheels. So actually, I think everybody could see there. I think this was done fairly. This was completely random, and I think yes, Colin, I was wanting it to be you. I didn't want it to be Hell Monkey. But I think everybody can see we were trying to do this far. We're going to be doing these on a regular basis for members, and we'll probably talk about more of that on Monday.
Per reality thought he won.
Yes,
It was Hell Monkey.
yes. So we are giving Hell Monkey a copy of Hot Wheels. He's not good. He doesn't enjoy culture, for flip's sake. He won't enjoy this.
He'll enjoy beating you.
You never know. He enjoys racing games.
Yeah, but
I don't know. They make him swear a bit, to be fair.
Yeah, doesn't ever make him swear. But again, thank you all for joining us. If anybody wants to join us next week who's a channel member, just give me, Barry or Kelly, a bell on Twitter, or we'll put it in the post, and we'll talk about it on Monday night.
Or on Discord.
Or on Discord. And on Discord, if anybody wants to do that. I'm good at this plug-in stuff, aren't I?
Oh dear.
Very good at this. You even forgot about Discord.
Look, I've lost my head here.
What have you done to us?
I I'm just getting things ahead and all that sort of carry on. And we're just reminding everybody that Nvidia has partnered with EA and things like that. But we'll be here same time next week, and I think it's going to be a bumper show by the looks of things, because we're going to have to talk about Far Cry. We've got the monthly games and everything like that. Watch out, we are going to be streaming randomly at different times today, just trying to get more games going out there.
Halo on Saturday.
We've got Halo on Saturday. I'm touch wood, I'm maybe going to try some of the EA games tomorrow lunchtime over here, which is going to be early for people in the States, like 7 o'clock in the morning, or in Canada. But just keep an eye out on things like that. So,
Absolutely.
I just want to thank everybody again for joining us, and we will see you again this time next week.
Bye.